Hey guys, welcome back to this channel. If you're new, then welcome to this channel. Well, I'm back with the part 2 of this Pokedex. In the previous video, in the part 1, we just worked on the designing part and it exactly looks something like this. Here we have to make some things. We have to work on these buttons and we have to work a bunch of this thing. Like we have to work on this design so that this image goes back and those things will come front. And for that, there's a method called lift. I'm gonna tell you how to do that. Like when you click on Pikachu, you are seeing this image, right? At the same time, it will change the background color as well. Let me show you how. Yeah, something like this. If you check this one, here we just gave Pokemon name, Pokemon type and number. And if you click on, for example, Charmander, it will change the background color. It will load all the details, status, skills of Charmander. It is a flamethrower. It has a fast attack and it has HP 200, attack 300, defense 400, speed 320 and total is 1.220. So if you click on Ginger, it will show all the statuses and skills of Ginger. If you click on Dragonite, it shows all the skills and statuses of Dragonite. But here we have to work on these buttons and we are going to work on this thing. And for that, there is a lift method. I'm going to tell you how. And for that, we have to work on a method called choose Pokemon, because here we are actually choosing Pokemon. When we are choosing Pokemon, it is actually loading those entire stuff that we have and it is showing according to that thing. From where we are getting all this bunch of stuff? From this data.py. From this dictionary, we are going to access everything. Just imagine this as JSON data. Like when we are working on a web development, we will work on JSON as well to load the API details, right? In the same way, we are going to access this dictionary and we are going to use entire stuff and we are going to load everything that we have and we are going to represent with the cool, interesting design, something like this. Okay, I think you guys completed the part 1. If you didn't complete, just go there and start from the beginning, learn it, build it and come here and continue the design and work on the logic. I will post the link of the part 1 in the description. Just go there and start building this interesting thing. I hope you will learn something new and interesting with this project on your own. And this is really a funny thing to work with and at the same time you're learning something new. Let's get started then. One more thing is whenever you're choosing the Pokemon, it have to load the image of that Pokemon and it have to change the background color of that Pokemon, right? First, let's change the background color of that Pokemon. How? Just give, this is actually in mainframe, right? So just give mainframe. We'll just give BG here, background color, and just give, from where we are going to get the background color? From this dictionary we are going to get the background color. So just give Pokemon, for example of Pikachu, Pokemon of Pikachu, and inside others we have the background color. Where do we have this background color? From inside others we have this background color. So just give Pokemon of I. Let's imagine this Pikachu is I, because we are not just going to load just Pikachu's background color. We need Bulbasaur, Charmander, Gyarados, Ginger. So just imagine that this thing is I and just give Pokemon of I of others of 1. This is actually 0, guys, and this is actually 1. Remember, the data inside list actually starts with 0. So this comes under 0. If you give 0 here, it will load the image. We don't want to load image for now. We will load the image soon. I'll let you know how. But first, we are working on the background color. We have to change the background color whenever we are choosing one particular Pokemon. If that is Pikachu, then the color will be yellow. If that is Bulbasaur, then the color will be green. If that's Charmander, then the color will be red, something like that. So we will choose the color from here. So just give Pokemon of I. Inside I we have others, right? Inside others we need the first one. That means the 0 is not the thing that we want. We need the first one. But before that we have to import this data, right? Data.py. So just give from data import everything. I think now it will not show you any errors. Okay, so from Pokemon, or for example Pikachu as I, just imagine Pikachu as I and just give others of 1. And that's it. This is what we wrote exactly. If you see this one, it's changing the background color. And what do we need after getting the background color? We also need this text get changed, right? So for that, just give. Okay, where is this text actually? This text is actually Pokemon name, right? Pokemon name, Pokemon type. We have to change Pokemon name, Pokemon type, and Pokemon number. From where we are going to get this? From this data.py itself. From this data.py, what is this Pokemon name? That will be I. What is this Pokemon type? From where we are going to get that Pokemon type? From here, electric. And Pokemon number will be type 1. Okay, first let's load Pokemon name. So just give Pokemon name of text. Instead of, actually what is the default? Pokemon name is the default text, right? We are going to change this text to I. So just give Pokemon of text equal to I, which is nothing but, if this I is Pikachu, then the Pokemon text will be Pikachu. If that's Bulbasaur, then that will be Bulbasaur. If that's Charmander, that will be Charmander. Something like that. Okay. And now we also need Pokemon type, right? And from where we are going to get the label? From here, Pokemon type. So just give Pokemon type of text. From where we are going to get this Pokemon type? From here. So this is like Pokemon of I. Just copy this thing. This will be Pokemon of I. But here inside type of 1. Okay. So just give type here. And this will be 1. Pokemon type. Now we have Pokemon type. For example, Pikachu's Pokemon type is electric. And also we want this Pokemon number. Right? And we also want to change the background color of Pokemon type, right? This Pokemon type. If you see this code, this is Pokemon type, right? This Pokemon type is actually Gram. Pikachu, for Pikachu, it's actually electric. For Charmander, it's fire. But if you see, the background color is actually ash, which is something like this. So this color we are going to use. So what we'll do is just give Pokemon, just give Pokemon type of BG equal to that color 3 that we have. So whatever the Pokemon type it is, whatever the name it is, it will give the background color as ash. Okay. So now we change the background color of Pokemon type, and now it's time to load Pokemon number. How? Where is this Pokemon number? Here. Inside this type, here we have this Pokemon number. So just give Pokemon of I inside type. We are just going to access 0. So just copy this entire thing. This is actually number. Just give number here. And instead of Pokemon number, we are just going to give 0 here. That's it. This will actually load the Pokemon number. And also we have to load images whenever user clicks on the button. And this have to be automatic. We have to change the images automatically. How can we do that? So for that, what we'll do is, we are going to copy this entire thing and just paste it here. Just select these things and give a tab. And now, instead of loading just Pikachu, we have to load all those images, right? How can we do that? For that, just give images equal to, instead of just Pikachu, we can load each and everything. How? Just give image equal to Pokemon of I. And inside others, we have that image. Whatever the Pokemon, for example, Pikachu, inside others, we have image, right? So from here, we are going to get the string and we are going to load the image like this. Okay, now we have image. Now instead of images, like instead of opening this Pikachu image, we'll just give image here. So it will load this image instead of just Pikachu, okay? And here just give Pokemon image.resize. Everything is same and you're just loading it, and here just give Pokemon image, and that's it. And we are going to place it in the same place. You don't have to change anything. Alright, now we have image. Now we loaded image like this. Like if you click on Pikachu, it will load Pikachu's image. If you click on Bulbasaur, it will load Bulbasaur's image. So from here we are going to get. And this I is nothing but actually this Pikachu, Bulbasaur, Charmander, Gyarados, Ginger. Okay, I think you guys are getting. And now it's time to load status. Alright, so let's work on status. So just give status here, loading status. Okay, and first we want HP, right? So just give this HP. Poke HP, Pokemon HP of text equal to, from where we are going to get, from Pokemon of I of status of 0. From there we are going to get. So just give Pokemon of I. Inside that, just give status, and that's in 0. Okay, we have Pokemon text, and we want Pokemon attack, defense, speed. So just copy the same thing, paste it, and now we want attack, right? So just give Pokemon attack of text, and this will be Pokemon I of status of 1. Okay, this will be 1. And next we want defense, right? So just give. So for defense, we're just going to load this one. So just give, copy this entire thing, and we want defense, right? So just give defense of text, and this time the defense is 0, 1, 2. Alright, so this will be 2. Okay, now we have Pokemon defense, and we also need Pokemon speed, and we want total, right? So just do the same thing, copy this. We want Pokemon speed, so just copy this label, paste it here. This will be 3. And one more thing is we want Pokemon total. And this time this will be Pokemon total. Just give Pokemon total here, and this will be 4. Okay, now we have Pokemon HP, attack, defense, speed, total, right? But if you see here, we have all these things for Pikachu, Bulbasaur, Charmander. So if you give I, if that's Pikachu, it will load the status, entire status of Pikachu. If you give Bulbasaur, it will load entire status of Bulbasaur. If you give Charmander, it will load entire status of Charmander. Something like that, okay? So this is what here exactly happening. Pokemon of I is nothing but Pikachu, Charmander, Bulbasaur, those stuff, okay? And now we will work on skills. So just give loading skills. So from where we are going to get the skills? From here itself, inside skills. So from here we are going to get skills. So we want HV1, HV2, just 2 skills that we want. So just give HV1 of text equal to same, but instead of status it will be skills. Yeah, one is Thundershock and one is Headbutt, so we want one more skill. So just copy this, paste it, and this time this will be 2 because this is second skill, and this will be 1 because we are going to access this one. Okay, now we worked on status, skills, type, others, everything. We worked on everything of a particular Pikachu, right? If we worked on one thing, then it will reflect on all of the Pokemons that we have. Okay, so it's time to work on one more defect that we have in this project, which is this one. If you see here, this Pokemon is, occupying the entire space. We wanted to go back and, we have to let the user see this Pokemon name, type, number, like this, right? So let's work on this one. For that, there is a method called lift. If you see here, we just need Pokemon type and number to come front. So just give Pokemon type dot lift, and also give Pokemon number dot lift. Okay, now we have to call this function, right? So where we are going to call this function? When user clicks on the button, we have to call this function. When user clicks on Pikachu, it have to show Pikachu. When user clicks on Bulbasaur, it have to show Bulbasaur, Charmander, Gyarados, Ginger, Dragonite, right? So we are going to call this function near buttons. So from here, we are going to call this functions. So here, if you observe, this button is actually Pikachu's button, right? So just give command equal to, here we are going to learn one interesting thing is, we are going to use lambda for the first time in the projects that we are building. So just give lambda and just give colon and choose Pokemon of, for example, Pikachu. So if that's Pikachu, that means this. Okay, just give T here. And even here, T. Okay, this image is, it's fine. If you want, you can change here. Just give Pikachu here. Okay. And just give comma here. Okay. And in this way, we are going to call this button. Like if you give command here and if you give lambda, the reason why we are giving lambda is because we want this entire data to get, because we are going to get the entire data in the form of a dictionary. So in order to access this data, in order to manage this data, we need lambda. So for that, we are using lambda function here. If you just give Pikachu here, so now choose Pokemon. Now the interpreter will jump to choose Pokemon method, and here instead of I, it will give Pikachu, and it will load the background color of Pikachu, and it will give the name Pikachu, the type of it, the background color will be ash for type, and it's gonna load everything about Pikachu, all of these stuff. It's gonna load everything. Similarly, we are going to call this function for Bulbasaur, for Charmander, and for other Pokemons as well. So just give, instead of Pikachu, we'll call, just give this as key. Be careful with the spellings, guys, because that's gonna make a mess. And even here, just copy this entire thing, paste it here. We need here as well, so just paste it. We need here as well, so just paste it. We also need here as well, paste it. We are going to change Pikachu, Bulbasaur, Charmander, Gyarados, and Ginger, and this will be Ginger, and the last one will be Dragonite. This will be Dragonite. Okay. And let's see whether this will work or not. If you run this one, if you click on Pikachu, okay, we made a mess. We are going to change this soon. We have Bulbasaur, Charmander, Gyarados, Ginger. It's changing the background colors, but the thing is, this image background is a bit disturbing, right? And these things also must come forward. So yeah, let's work on this one. Since we are loading the images here itself by using I, we don't need this thing. We don't need these two things. Just keep these things in comment. We'll also give this lift function here as well at the end of Pokemon number. Okay. Let's also change the background color of Pokemon name. So just give Pokemon name of BG, which is background, equal to the background color of this one itself, which is this one. So just give the same color. Okay, it will change the background. And let's also change the background color of Pokemon number as well. So just copy this thing. But instead of name, this will be number. And here, instead of, we are just giving background color as color 1, which is white. So instead of this background color, we want this background color, which is the background color of that particular Pokemon, right? And if you run this one, yeah, and I think this is actually working, but the thing is, it's still at the back. Okay, let's work on this thing then. And yeah, let's decrease this size to 250. So this will be 250. And we need this to be in mainframe because we are going to change the colors, background colors of mainframe. And yeah, we run this one. Okay. So here we have Pikachu, all of them. But the thing is, it looks good when the name is white, and also change this thing to foreground color white. So this is actually Pokemon type. So just give foreground color 1. And if you're in this one, this time you'll see something that looks better. Okay. And just give Pokemon name foreground color also to white. Yeah, but the thing is, you can't see this thing, right? So in order to make it look good, if just to give, for example, here phi equal to Pikachu, just give foreground color to black, which is this color, which is blue. Okay, foreground color to color 2. Else, just give foreground color to white, which is color 1. This is actually color 2. This is actually color 1. And this foreground color is this one. But instead of background, we'll just give foreground. Okay, we have to give that to black. I think it's better to give black, and for others, yeah, it's good. Just for Pikachu, we'll give black. So, color 0. And also, let's increase the width of this main frame to maybe 550, and let's see. Okay, we'll give 540. Yeah, now it looks good. If you click on Pikachu, if you see here, the status and the skills are changing. HP 300, attack 600, defense 500, speed 300, and total 1.7. And skills, Thunder Shock, Headbutt. For Bulbasaur also it is changing. If you see, HP 320, attack, everything is changing. If you click on Ginger, it is changing. If you click on Dragonite, it is changing. So yeah, this is how we built exactly from this particular dictionary. I hope you guys understood. First, we worked on the design part. In the part 1, we worked on this entire name, type, label, all of these things. First, we worked on this entire things, just button, status, skills. And then the game changer is this data.py. From this data.py, we accessed everything, including images and all. And we call this function. And also one more thing is, don't forget to call this function at the end, because if you close the window, if you close that particular tkinter window, and if you rerun this one, if you don't call this function, you'll see nothing here. So if you want to see something, and just give default one as Pikachu, so that, because that's the first one that we have. Okay, so in this way we can work on this one. And here one more thing is, remember to give the same names. Whatever the names that you gave here, just try to give names, because we are accessing everything and these are acting as keys. Okay, so we are going to access. So just copy these things and paste it over there, so that you'll never face any errors, something like doesn't exist. Okay, and this lift function will send the image to back, and it will send the type, name, and number to front. Just we worked on just type and number, because name is already visible. So yeah, in this way we built something interesting. I hope you guys learned something new and interesting with this project. I'll be back with one more interesting Python project. If you're new to this channel, then if you still didn't subscribe to this channel, what are you waiting for? Just go and tap the red button over there, so that you'll never miss an interesting updates from us. See you in the next video.